For almost 300 years, this was considered an unremarkable painting by an anonymous Dutch artist. A biblical scene. Christ blessing a crowd of children, nothing special. In 2014, it sold at a German auction house for around €1.5 million, listed simply as Netherlandish 17th century. Look at this man. White hair, white beard, a traditional Dutch cap, an ordinary elder in an ordinary crowd. Except that's not what Rembrandt painted. When restorers removed the top layers of paint in preparation for a Sotheby's auction, the white beard vanished. The Dutch cap vanished, and underneath the same man was wearing a turban and an Eastern costume, a figure who, in the visual language of the 1600s, would have read as someone from outside the Christian world entirely. Someone had painted over him, deliberately, to make him look like a local, to make the painting more ordinary than it was. And the turban was only the beginning of what they changed. Because when researchers looked at everything this unknown artist had altered, the turban, and several other changes across the canvas, a pattern emerged. Someone hadn't just edited this painting, someone had sanitized it. They had taken a specific message Rembrandt built into it and quietly erased it. What that message was and why someone went to the trouble of covering it up is the heart of this story. But to understand it, you first need to understand how anyone realized this was a Rembrandt at all, because for 3 centuries, nobody did. The painting is called "Let the Little Children Come Unto Me." It shows a scene from the Gospels, parents bringing their children to Jesus for a blessing, the disciples trying to turn the crowd away, and Christ welcoming them in. It's a crowd scene, packed with faces, old men, infants, mothers, onlookers. The architecture behind them is ambitious for a young painter. The whole thing has the density and energy of a real crowd pressing into a single space. But look at the lower part of the painting closely. Some of the faces and hands are unfinished, blocked in, positioned, but never fully worked up to completion. This painting was never finished. Rembrandt began it around 1627, when he was about 20 years old and living in his hometown of Leiden. And then at some point he stopped. He left it roughly 3/4 done and moved to Amsterdam. It is, as far as scholars know, the only painting Rembrandt ever abandoned this close to completion. But before I explain what message someone erased from it, you need to know how this painting was even identified as a Rembrandt in the first place, because the answer is hiding in the crowd. In 2014, a Dutch art dealer named Jan Six was flipping through a German auction catalogue when one figure in this painting stopped him. Not the man in the cap, not Christ. This young man, near the top of the crowd, slightly apart from everyone else, not looking at the miracle happening in front of him, but looking straight out at you. That face matches Rembrandt's self-portraits and etchings from exactly this period. The same features, the same habit. Rembrandt frequently painted himself into his biblical and historical scenes, tucked into a crowd, looking out at the viewer as if to say, "I was here." And once scholars accepted that this was Rembrandt himself in the painting, the rest of the crowd started to come into focus. The older woman with the blue head covering, near the turbaned man. Art historians believe that's Rembrandt's mother. The shadowed figure standing at the back, likely his father. The woman holding an infant, possibly his orphaned god-sister. The 2 figures near the young Rembrandt, possibly his godparents. This isn't just a biblical scene, it may be the most complete gathering of Rembrandt's own family in any single painting he ever made. A 20-year-old artist recently returned home, painting his entire family into the crowd around Christ, which makes what the unknown artist did to it even harder to explain. Restorers didn't just find the turban. When they removed the overpainting, they found that the unknown later artist had made a series of changes across the entire canvas. A child in the center of the frame had originally been painted nude. The later artist painted clothing over the child's bare back. A young girl in the original was painted over and turned into a grown woman. An infant in Christ's arms was aged into an older child. Even the face, hair and beard of Christ himself were altered, and the turban became a Dutch cap. Look at the pattern. A nude child, covered. A diverse, unusual crowd, made more ordinary. A striking Eastern figure at the center, turned into a familiar, local elder. Every single change moved the painting in the same direction, towards something more conventional, more modest, more expected, less surprising, less diverse. The art historian who examined the painting for Sotheby's, Andrew Graham Dixon, put it directly. The painting was simplified or sanitized by subsequent intervention. Someone took a bold, strange, ambitious painting and made it safe. The question is why? And that answer depends entirely on what the turban actually meant. Here is where the story splits into two readings, and scholars genuinely disagree. The first reading, the one that has driven most of the headlines, comes from Andrew Graham Dixon. In the 1620s, when Rembrandt was painting this, the 30 Years' War was tearing through neighbouring German territories, and refugees were pouring into the Dutch Republic. By Graham Dixon's estimate, Rembrandt's own city of Leiden took in something like 10,000 refugees in a single year. This flood of newcomers created real tension between the more tolerant liberal Protestants and the stricter Orthodox Calvinists over how much the Dutch Republic should welcome outsiders of different faiths. Under this reading, the turbaned man, placed at the centre of a crowd that also includes Christian and Jewish figures, is a deliberate statement. Rembrandt gathering a whole spectrum of humanity and faith around Christ and saying that all of them belong. Graham Dixon calls it a statement of Rembrandt's moral position. The young artist siding with tolerance, with welcome, with the refugees. If that's what the turban meant, then the person who painted over it wasn't just simplifying a picture. They were erasing a message about tolerance, quietly deleting Rembrandt's moral statement and replacing it with a comfortable Dutch elder. But, and this is important, that's not the only reading. There's an inscription on the turban, a number, either 18 or 28. And some specialists believe that number refers to a chapter of the Gospel of St. Luke, which would mean the turbaned figure isn't a Muslim or a refugee at all. He would be St. Luke himself, the Gospel writer, watching the scene he would later record. Graham Dixon himself presents the tolerance reading as an interpretation, something he believes the painting shows, not as a proven fact. The turban is real. What it meant is still being argued. This painting had one more surprise waiting, and it came not from the restoration, but from the auction. So who painted over the turban? Who dressed the naked child, aged the infant, turned the girl into a woman, and quietly sanitized a young Rembrandt? We don't know for certain. What we know is that Rembrandt left the painting unfinished, sometime around 1631 or 1632, when he moved to Amsterdam. Between 5 and 20 years later, another hand completed it, filling in the foreground, reworking details, and at some point, making all of those changes. The leading candidate is a painter named Claus Cornelis Moyaert, an Amsterdam artist about 14 years older than Rembrandt, who had trained under the same teacher. Moyaert painted his own version of this exact biblical subject around 1635, and it's strikingly similar to this canvas in its lighting, its colouring, and its composition. But it has never been confirmed. Whoever finished Rembrandt's abandoned painting, and whoever decided the turban had to go, the child had to be clothed, the whole thing had to be made respectable, did it without leaving a signature. The message was erased by an anonymous hand, and the hand stayed anonymous for almost 400 years. On July 1st, 2026, the restored painting went to auction at Sotheby's in London. Fully cleaned, the turban back, the child nude again, the sanitizing layers gone. The painting that had sold for around €1.5 million in 2014 as an anonymous work, now confirmed as an early Rembrandt, restored to what Rembrandt actually painted. It sold for £8 million, around $10.5 million. That's a striking number, but notice where it landed. The estimate had been £8 to £12 million. It sold at the very bottom of that range. No bidding war, no frenzy. It sold for exactly the least the experts expected. For a rediscovered Rembrandt, the only known painting he abandoned 3/4 finished, containing what may be the most complete portrait of his own family, carrying a message someone once tried to erase. That quiet result says something. The market bought the Rembrandt. It was more careful about the story,